welcome back to another Talk Coventry City video. I haven't done a video for a week. It's because it was the horrible international break. I know, we all hate the international break, but don't worry, it is over. Championship football is returning this weekend. Now, just before the international break, I went up against Cookie and I lost again. That's 2 weeks in a row I've lost now. I lost 2-1. So this week I'm going to make sure I win. I'm going up against my mate Cam. How you doing, Cam?
Yeah, not too bad, thanks. You made sure to get an opponent you can beat this time.
Hopefully I can. I might lose again, I never know. Let's get straight into it then with Friday night's fixture, which is Derby County versus Watford Football Club. Now, Derby picked up a crucial win just before the international break away at Norwich. Wayne Rooney scoring a free kick. They're going up against a Watford team that have started reasonably well. I'm going to predict a 1-1 draw. I think it's going to be a tight game. I think Derby need to try and get a couple more results. Obviously, it didn't start too well. Watford, they've been fairly steady, but their games have been quite tight. So I'm going for a 1-1 draw.
Well, yeah, the first thing I was thinking is about Derby, that they started horrendously, didn't they?
Yeah.
So, in my mind, I was thinking 1-0 Watford. I'll stick with that, actually, 1-0 Watford.
1-0 Watford. Okay, the next game then is Barnsley Football Club versus Bristol City. Now, Barnsley haven't started too well. They haven't picked up a win yet. Meanwhile, Bristol City have won 4 from 4. A fantastic start. Now, when Coventry played Bristol, I thought we did quite well. We matched them. But since then, Bristol have just won every other game as well. So they're doing very well, Bristol City. So I think they'll get another win here. I think they're going to win away at Barnsley, who, like I said, haven't started very well. Barnsley 0, Bristol City 1.
Yeah, well, we were really boring against Barnsley, weren't we? I think, to be honest, we probably played better against Bristol than against Barnsley.
Yeah.
But in terms of game, Bristol, I think, probably will win 3-1, I'm going to say.
Oh, 3-1.
Yes, 3-1.
Goals galore. Okay, the next game then is Birmingham City versus Sheffield Wednesday. Now, Sheffield won that opening game away at Cardiff, but they haven't won since. Meanwhile, Birmingham have been sort of steady so far. They drew with Stoke just before the international break. So I think we're going to expect another tight game here. I'm going to go for 1-1, but either team could pinch this.
Well, yeah, it looks like, obviously on the table when you see it, that Birmingham are way ahead of Sheffield Wednesday, but I think if it was without the points deduction, they'd be on the same number of
Very
points.
good point, yeah.
So I was thinking 2-2.
2-2, okay, another draw. Okay, and then next we've got Blackburn Rovers, who started the season quite well, against Nottingham Forest, who started it terribly with 4 defeats from 4. But they have made a change. They brought in Chris Hughton, I think, as the manager, so that could be a turning point for them. But I don't think it's going to start here because Blackburn are just too good for them. Blackburn have been scoring so many goals, especially with Adam Armstrong. I'm going to go for 3-0 to Blackburn.
This is a bit of a controversial one. I think Nottingham Forest in the new start will... They don't want to lose first. I think they will fight really hard and try and apply the brakes maybe. So I'm going to say 0-0.
Oh, 0-0. Okay, okay, interesting. The next game then is Bournemouth versus QPR. So 2 teams that Coventry have already played. And I've got to say, I thought Bournemouth were very good on that Friday night game when we played them just before lockdown. So I think Bournemouth will beat QPR here. But I think QPR will give them a good game. Both teams to score. 2-1 to Bournemouth.
Oh, yeah, I mean, Bournemouth were way better than QPR, definitely against us. I was thinking 2-2 again, to be honest. I think QPR will give them a good run in. Oh,
okay, 2-2 again. The next game then is Coventry City away to Brentford. Now, another tough game. I haven't predicted Coventry to lose any games so far. We've already lost 2. I think I'm going to predict us to lose this one just because Brentford are good. It's not anything against Coventry, but I think Brentford are just too powerful. And I think they're going to win this 2-0. But I hope Coventry can get something. I'd definitely snap the hand off for a draw.
Yeah, I mean, I'm normally the optimist in terms of Coventry City games, but if you watched the other times I've been on here, I've got it horrendously wrong, so I am going to say 2-0 as well. Okay.
Okay, yep, so you're agreeing with the 2-0. Next game then is Luton Town versus Stoke City. Now, Luton have made a fantastic start, winning 3 from 4, and Stoke have just been sort of reasonable. I think they're in the middle of the table. It's a tough one to predict. I think Stoke need to try and get a result here, while Luton have already got off to a good start. I mean, Luton, if they win again, they'll be flying, won't they? I'm going to go for a draw, though. I think 1-1, but I think if any team was to snatch it, it'd probably be Luton.
I think everyone's been kind of waiting for Luton to kind of drop points, I think. So I'm going to say Stoke are going to win 2-1. I think it's the point where it ends for them. Well, not completely.
And then the next game is Middlesbrough versus Reading. Now, Middlesbrough have been reasonable. I think 1 win, 2 draws, 1 defeat. Meanwhile, Reading are the only other team other than Bristol City to have won 4 from 4. I think Reading are going to keep it going with a 5th win here. I'm going to go for a 1-0 away win to Reading. I think it could be a tight game though.
Yeah, well, as you said, Reading have absolutely been smashing it. I can't see anything else but Reading winning, so 2-0 to Reading.
Okay, and then the next game is Rotherham United versus Norwich City. Now I've got to admit, Norwich City haven't been as good as I thought they would. I think they'll pick up, but it's early days. I think they've only won one of their first 4, but I think they'll get a win here against a Rotherham side that have been reasonable as well. They've started fairly solid in the Championship, so I think this will be a tight game. I think Norwich are going to start a bit of a winning run here, I think. Rotherham 1, Norwich 2.
Of all the games I looked at, I thought that was the one that was probably the most boring in my head, really, in the way they've started. I'm going to say 0-0 for my one.
0-0, okay. Yep, okay. The next game is Swansea City versus Huddersfield Town. Now, Swansea City have been pretty good. That was a really good win they got against Millwall just before the international break. Meanwhile, Huddersfield, they've been okay. They got that win against Nottingham Forest and they followed that up with a draw at Rotherham United. I'm going to back the home team here, Swansea City 1-0.
Well,
You can agree with what I say.
That.
Yeah.
I've done that twice now. Yeah, Swansea are just better than Huddersfield. Huddersfield are the kind of team that just pick up the occasional win to get what they need, but they'll lose a game like this, I think.
Okay. The next game then is Wycombe Wanderers versus Millwall Football Club. Now Millwall obviously a steady Championship team that obviously have aspirations of probably reaching the top 6 this season, going up against the newly promoted Wycombe Wanderers that have got off to a pretty poor start. We do wish Wycombe well, but I just think it's just a tough game. I think I will predict them some wins this season, but I just don't think they're going to get their first win here. I think Millwall are just too strong for them. Wycombe 0, Millwall 2.
Oh, it's time for me to be a bit controversial again. I'm going to say that Wycombe are going to win 1-0. I think this is the moment for them that they show their worth.
Oh, okay, a Wycombe win, well predicted, Cam. And then the last game is the Sunday fixture, Preston North End versus Cardiff, and I've got to say, just before lockdown, Preston, what a result. They were losing 2-0 away to Brentford, and they came back and won 4-2. That was a fantastic result. Going up against this Cardiff side that's been fairly decent. I'm going to predict a 1-1 draw, but any team could win this.
Neither of them really caught my eye, to be honest. Yeah. Kind of average starts for both of them. 1-0 to Cardiff, maybe.
Oh, okay, 1-0 to Cardiff. Some controversial predictions in there, Cam. Fair enough, but why not? Why not go for it? Cheers for coming along this week, Cam, and we'll see next week who won these predictions. Good luck, everyone, for the weekend, and we'll see you soon. Peace out.